That was a good chance for Martin Jørgensen. Flag stayed down. Nicklas BENDTNER heavily involved in these early stages. He's played against Portugal twice in his brief international career and has scored on both occasions. Ronaldo's layoff for Raul Meireles. Ronaldo again, working the angle onto his left foot. Anderson won't be able to prevent the corner. You get the impression that he feels that there's a huge responsibility on his shoulders tonight, Cristiano Ronaldo. Veteran of the two biggest games in Portugal's history, the Euro 2004 final and the World Cup semi-final 2 years later. And the World Cup without Ronaldo is almost inconceivable. Bruno Alves. Thomason prevented him getting the shot in. And Anderson can watch the subsequent effort from Simão Sabrosa safely wide of his post. Very open start. This first 16 minutes has seen plenty of action immediately in front of the goalkeeper. Tonight is Morten Olsen's 200th cap. 102 as a player. This is 98th game as the Danish national manager. Build-up to tonight's game certainly wasn't without controversy. Portugal calling up Brazilian striker LIEDSON of Sporting Lisbon. He's been in Portugal for 6 years now. He's consequently earned his qualification through the residency channels for his national side. He's the third member of this current squad to have turned their back on his native Brazil to play for the Portuguese. But what makes his inclusion particularly controversial is that whilst both Deco and Pepe both started their careers in Portugal, LIEDSON only arrived in his adopted homeland when he was 25. Rondal Thomason was quoted this week as saying that Portugal needed a true attacker and they bought a Brazilian. And it's certainly ruffled plenty of feathers. It's a controversial decision even in Portugal. The general view over there is that even if it is unpopular, they're not in a position to argue. It's all about results, however and by whomever they are achieved. Certainly playing for Sporting, he does the job more often than not. He's on the bench tonight. Saw one for Deco, running right into Christian Poulsen. Part of the Danish ethos that the fullbacks get forward. Michael Silberbauer making a decent run, but not found by Andy Muller Christensen. Raul Meireles. Too many passes not finding feet from the Portuguese. It was Thiago who's at fault that time. Back from Meireles to do that. Lovely crossfield ball brings Chelsea's Jose Bosingwa into play. Pepe, Ronaldo. Deco, one of 3 Chelsea players in this starting lineup for Portugal. Build-up is patient. Deco. Thiago. Bosingwa. They took on Silberbauer on the outside. I think he was looking for the free kick. He just seemed to run into The Utrecht fullback. And then Jurgensen gives it away. Singler certainly was trying to win a free kick in a promising position there. Ronaldo. Blocked off by Dennis Rommedahl, and this time he does have a free kick. Just winded a little bit as well, Cristiano Ronaldo, for whom range is seldom a problem. I certainly think that this one is very much in his territory. His former Manchester United teammate David Beckham a few years ago, now at Old Trafford. Cristiano Ronaldo has to step up to the plate when it matters. Not able to produce the same kind of free kick that Beckham mustered against Greece some 8 years ago. Ball broke nicely for him, it was well worked. He couldn't get enough power or swerve on the ball to beat Anderson. Deco. Duda. That's a lovely ball in. Simao, all the time in the world, but he couldn't get it past Anderson. Are these Portuguese misses going to prove to be costly? The rookie centre-halves were exposed then. Plenty of space between the pair of them, exploited by Simao. It was a disappointing shot. Midway through the first half, I think it's getting easier to tell which of these teams has to win this game. Portugal beginning to turn the screw, forcing the better opportunities. Thiago. And the deflection came off Muller Christensen. Stefan Andersson perhaps sensing that he might have a busy night tonight. Silberbauer with the foot in. Ronaldo so adept in the air. Initial clearance came from Cher, back in from Bruno Alves, and then as it hit Simon Cher, took the pace off it and made it easy for Anderson. Bruno Alves, the hero of Tirana, and has also scored in friendlies against the Faroes and South Africa over the last 12-13 months or so. All that they're struggling in the group, Portugal actually unbeaten in 6 and unbeaten away from home in their last 8 competitive internationals. The last defeat on the road in a game that mattered was in Poland in October 2006, apart from those, of course, played in the last European Championships on neutral territory. As I mentioned earlier, 9 points they've garnered from this group so far, 7 of them away. Just the 2 from 3 games at home, where the pressure really is on them to succeed. Away from home, perhaps able to play slightly more uninhibited football. Certainly seen some uninhibited football from them tonight. Here's Basingwa. Portugal have slipped below the Danes in the current FIFA World Rankings, just the 1 place between the two in the high teens. But it might feel as though they'll never have a better opportunity of beating Denmark without the likes of Agger, Karlenberg, Andreasen, Sorensen, and fielding a back line tonight, which has a goalkeeper who's winning only his 5th cap, and centre-halves who are both only winning their 4th. Basingwa's ball in. It's Muller Christensen that could get it clear.